Going live.
Nah.
So you're streaming and recording, and I'm streaming and recording, so everyone's streaming and recording. This is good. I'll be on your stream, you'll be on my stream. Everything is gonna be fine.
Yeah, I have a neat little scoreboard set up.
Cool.
Kind of concerning.
All right, welcome. It's time for Giled Pallaeon versus Real Veers in the Armada Vassal World Cup. It looks like we're going to be running targeting beacons. GP has... I don't think GP has the bid, but it's not...
GP did have the bid.
GP did have the bid and chose first.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well then, let's go. So GP comes in here with no squadrons. He's running... he got to the tournament... he got to the finals here with a Thrawn list by winning his pod and then submarining his way through the Swiss. Let's take a look at his list real quick. We've got a Kuat as his flagship, Thrawn as his commander, Darth Vader boarding team, leading shots, Chimera, which we'll see it change off of entrapment formation, but damage control officer, electronic countermeasures, and expanded launchers. So ready to go and just smack the living bejesus out of whatever he lands in front of. Gladiator 1 class Star Destroyer with everyone's favorite Captain Brunson. Engine techs, Demolisher, Ordnance experts, APT. So a pretty standard demo there. And then we've got an Architans set up for TRC. So we've got Captain Nita and Turbo Laser reroute circuits. We've got a Gazanti with Hondo and Comsnet, and another Gazanti with just Comsnet. So, there to feed tokens to Chimera. Real Veers, on the other hand, is playing the Morello list that has caused a lot of people grief this tournament. The big key bits there is Morello Eval. We've got Merrick Steele, because of course we have Merrick Steele. And we have Colonel Jendon, because of course. And Mauler Mythel, because of course. And then his generic fighters are Saber Squadron, 1 Lone Phantom, and 2 Lambda class shuttles. Commanders, we've got Admiral Sloan and Hondo Onaka on a Lone Raider 1 as a lifeboat flagship. We've got a Quasar Fire 1 cruiser carrier with Admiral Cherno, boosted comms, flight controllers, and Squall. And we've got an Architans light cruiser with Captain Nita, turbo laser reroute circuits, and Centaur. And 1 Gazanti with Commander Woldar, and 1 Gazanti with Comsnet.
GP really neutralized a good amount of upgrades by not bringing squadrons at all. Flight controllers, Oldar, Chernu.
Yeah, those really don't matter this game, but then again, we've got Sloan squadrons that are allowed to just run absolutely rampant. Oh, so we will see how that goes.
Yeah. Plus, nothing to really lock down Moralo at all with these targeting beacon objective tokens.
Mm-hmm. GP's GP's game plan here seems to be charge forward, knock the teeth out of whatever is
Available.
available, and either successfully get the table or fly off into the sunset before the squadrons can take more of his.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Squall's important to get down because of the strategic movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the deadliest target, but it's also so squishy. It makes sense to make it the priority.
And this is definitely what GP is going to do here, because by picking first player, he can't win by hiding out in his corner and winning off non-engagement. So by choosing first player, he is aggressively setting the tempo for this game.
Both players have 5 activations. Real Veers obviously has significant deployment advantage, though, with the 4 deployments of squadrons.
Right. We can see, just looking there, aside from what I would call the 2 main ships of each list, the list look very similar in the support ships brought. We have a pair of Gazantes and a Nita TRC Architans on both sides. The Gazantes are geared a little bit differently, but here comes the flagship. Chimera is down. And right in the middle, planning on using it to aggressively chase.
GP's gone up against a good amount of squad balls before, but I'm not sure if they're as deadly as this one. He struggled against Rold's Dooku Swarm, but Dooku, he's an important factor of keeping you from jumping on his ships with the navigates. But he did have success against, I think, Comatose's Rebel Swarm with B-Wings and fighter coordination, pushing them up.
Yeah, he. Let me.
He's used to
Get in
playing
here.
with this disadvantage.
Yeah. I think he's mostly avoided the large squadron balls in Swiss. But he's also only his Swiss tournament. He lost his first round 3-0. He won his second round after his opponent conceded with a no game played, and then scored 10 ones to wind up getting the top seed.
An interesting path, yes.
A very interesting path to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah, going through Roald was not an easy way to get where he is, and limiting the bleeding to the 3-0 is what let him make his comeback. Although even with a 1 point, even getting 10-1 there, he does have he would have had the Swiss score of 29 and the MOV of 2 10-1s to claw his way back anyway.
Yeah, who knows? Might have actually 10-1 that first game too if it was up against or someone fresh. Or second game, I guess, in the Swiss stage. Yep, lifeboat.
Lifeboat all the way in the corner, in the position where it can just fly along the outside or turn hard in and evade.
Finish things off.
If the Manticore commits. Very cagey deployment.
Yep.
He knows what GP's plan is, and he does not want to let GP do it. But then again, anyone can see what GP's plan is. And he's counting on being able to use his squadrons to drop at least more than GP is going to take. It'll be interesting to see if GP motoring in at full speed can catch Squall before he makes it around and out of the trap, and whether there'll be time left after 6 rounds to do anything to it. Okay, so Real Veers in comparison has had himself a particularly good Swiss round. Had a massive 10-1 win in round 1 against Jolly Green Giant, and then proceeded to win 7-4s against everybody else that he faced. That's Roquax, Red Scourge, and then the number
4 seed. Number 2 seed.
Who the number 3 Swiss, the number 2 seed overall, Angry Ewok.
Yeah, I think his success against Jolly Green Giant, who brought a Kraken fleet, and Roquax, who also brought a Kraken fleet, doesn't spell well for Truthiness if Real Veers and Truthiness meet up in the final.
Mm-hmm.
But and then be interesting to see what lessons Angry Ewok learned if Real Veers and Angry Ewok meet up for a rematch in the final.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting route. But what is interesting is Real Veers actually lost 2 of his pod stage games, both 5-6s, really close matches overall, combined 45 points of margin of victory.
I think he mentioned that the games that he lost were games that he was second player.
Interesting.
So we'll see if he's learned anything from that.
And those are games.
I have been told that I have heard rumblings that the Moralo inclusion is almost more of a stealth
hindrance?
first player bid than because honestly, if you're going into a game like this and you see Moralo on the table across from you, you know exactly what those what those objectives are going to be that you're up
Hmm.
against. If your game plan is to be first player, do you really. You've got a real decision to make if you want to stay as first player. Can you deal with the Morello?
Yeah, I really like the morale inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
It's really unique with Sloan, because it's not something you'd see usually
Mm-hmm.
out of a Sloan fleet. But
Sloan makes the other squadrons better, and Sloan makes it so that if you are first player, bringing those Lambda shuttles aren't that big of a hit because they still do two blacks against anti squads, which is it's not terrible for swatting generics out of the sky. But the big thing is the one blue anti ship works with Sloan. So
mhm,
you're not taking that hit by bringing those Lambda shuttles. You can still effectively use them.
yeah, I really like it because it's dipped enough into the gimmick
Mm-hmm.
without completely buying into it and relying on it purely for your success.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice balance. And two, another thing I noticed about real Veers is losses is when there's large ships on the other side of the table that are more maneuverable, such as an Onager and a Liberty. Those were the games he lost.
Oh,
Whereas he was able to take down a Starhawk pretty easily, but I think the
mm-hmm.
Starhawk is a little harder time swatting all those
Mm-hmm.
gnats around it.
And isn't really equipped to catch up with where the points are for
Yeah,
him.
yeah, and any fighter screen a Starhawk's bringing will generally melt pretty quickly to a
Mm-hmm.
Sloan fleet. So round one.
Yep, we're getting commands dialed in, and I think we are ready to go. There is a lot of relaying gimmicks on the table here
Yep.
between three different relay twos, Centaur. Ships can basically be wherever they want to be and still contribute to the squadron fight.
If people want to listen into the game live, it looks like they are in the Vassal channel, voice channel in the main Armada Discord. So
Just make sure you mute yourself if you hop in there. Not that listening to our commentary isn't going to be fun.
you need to prepare a song like One Shining Moment for the champion.
Maybe a little We Are the Champions.
Looks like that left side Gazanti uh, is feeding IF already.
Unsurprising, but let's go. We're starting the Gazantes off at speed 2. I'm most interested to see how cagey, how truly cagey versus how aggressive this game is going to get.
Yeah, it's an interesting mix because he doesn't have Real Veers doesn't have a whole lot of hull on his side of the board, and GP is definitely going to chew through it fast if he can get on those ships. So
yeah, there's only.
But the thing is, he has to go through all those squadrons to get there. It's going to be
only 15
bloody.
hull separates from the table, but that 15 hull is pretty evenly distributed around the table here.
Yeah.
Gonna do a little table math real quick and see if I can figure something out. Okay, so a little back of the table math. The Architon Centaur for Real Veers is 66 points. The Quasar Fire is 77 points. So that is 143 points. Just tagging those two doesn't make up for the loss of the ISD. So Veers' objective, if he takes out the ISD, the game's pretty much over in his favor. Hard to come back from that. Even if you add a Comsnet Gazanti, that's 25 points onto 43, so that brings it to 168.
That's still not enough.
That's still not enough. It's a pricey ship. GP's at 187 on the Kuat.
Yeah.
The Gladiator's 91 points all by itself. He's bringing his Architons in as though he's expecting to be able to solo the flagship if it turns in. And I'm not entirely sure a single Architon can reliably take out a Raider all by itself. But the Raider's just going to cruise along the back end, so who knows, maybe it's very catchable. The Raider might be in play.
Yeah. I'm thinking the Arcton might be trying to mop up some of those Gazantes potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe the...
get in front of them.
Maybe the Woldar Gazanti.
Yeah.
Again, maybe not the best ship for that job, but...
I mean, the Demolisher can't really hit the Gazantes with the scatter token.
Here we go. Chimera coming in hot. Speed 3. Vroom, vroom. Let's go.
Thrusters to max.
getting himself uncomfortably close to a lot of things.
Yep, Squall can bump things around now. Seeing speed 3 here on demo 2, most likely.
Trying to figure out exactly where he wants demo to go.
Yeah. Oh, looks like he might get a shot. Obstructed though.
One die obstructed at long range.
Against 2 evade tokens.
For posterity.
Yep. Do it because he can. Might not be wise to do it if there's salvo in play, but there's not. We have 14 people watching the game in Vassal at the moment. Very nice sized audience.
That is a very nice sized audience.
Okay, and Engine Text moves him behind the rock there.
Looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people watching in the stream chat. Hello, stream chat. How are you folks doing? Actually, it's saying 14 viewers, so maybe I perked up a bit, or maybe some of them aren't in chat. So we've got targeting beacons as the objective. You can see from those targeting beacons that 2 of them are right in the center of things, and 2 of them are hiding in the setup corners for GP's side. And we're starting to see those beacons move, and we're seeing Morello get into the fight.
Yep, jumping on that Demolisher. GP was wise to give it the repair token.
Round 1 squadron command from Squall.
Yep, and using the token he received from the Quasar, or from the Gazanti.
I feel like Demo's here for a good time, but not a long time, so as long as he can weather the storm.
fiddling with these lambda shuttles, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Merrick going in. Hit.
Rerolls to try and get a defense token, but doesn't. Gets a defense token anyway.
No Sloan on this shot.
No. Two squadron activations here.
Yep.
Mauler Mythal.
Mm-hmm. Just damage coming in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs Sloan when you just have raw damage?
Mm-hmm. This one is a phantom named Ginkgo Po. One more damage coming in. I think you evade this one.
Yeah, I think you want to get that reroll.
Mm-hmm. You've got a better than 50% chance to reroll it to nothing.
Yep. 5 out of 8 sides.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but he didn't went for Brunson instead.
That's actually not a terrible idea. Guaranteed to get rid of it. No double, and
yeah.
Oh, and
Still
we're going again.
Active,
we're shooting for the doubles.
Ooh, that's a double blank though.
Yeah, nope.
Wrong double.
He saw the Brunson gone and got greedy.
Yep.
Oh, should have used it for Merrick.
Embrace and Evade still active for those two extra Moralo activations in the squad phase.
Swell movement here.
Oh no, this is a squadron phase.
Oh.
Yeah, but next turn those things are going to be in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Burning through defense tokens.
Question is, how much damage can Demo do on his way through?
Yeah.
One more damage. I feel like he just takes that to hull. Oh, nope. There's the evade. Forgot all about the evade. Now that Brunson's been burnt. And still takes the damage. Yep, takes it on the hull. I'm going to reiterate. I see chat talking about getting in and getting out alive for Demo, and I'm not really sure that's Demo's plan exactly. I think Demo is here to take a few shots so that the ISD
Chimera may
can,
live.
yeah, so that Chimera can live and get its pin and
Trade up points.
take out the order of priority is get Centaur, because Centaur can do a reasonable amount of damage, and then capture Squall on the way through. If you bag Centaur and Squall, you've really taken a lot of the teeth out of that fighter ball.
And it looks like GP's damage deck is bugged, and so he's going to use one at home.
Okay.
Classic Vassal. Finding the most strange ways to be annoying. I've had this glitch before, actually, but luckily it was in a pivotal battle, so we just used someone else's damage deck to keep it all on the board, which is nice. Round 2.
All right. So we've got 20 people now watching from home on Twitch. Hello to all of you.
Hello. I'm keeping an eye on your chat since I don't want to split the stream.
Yeah, you've got your own broadcast going on YouTube.
Yeah. No, I do post videos to YouTube, but I do stream on Twitch for my friends who aren't as involved in the Armada community, but we play on TTS in my basement.
Cool.
Yeah. They're learning, getting more involved. They really enjoy the World Cup games, so.
Awesome. This is some quality high level play that you're seeing, especially here in the Final Four. We've had some quality games in the past for the World Cup, and that monstrosity that took like 5.5 hours to play through, and I still have nightmares about that game.
What game was that?
It was like MSU versus MSU back in the Wave 2 days.
Did
Or
I
Wave
just hear
3
something
days.
about Ard and Ninja being boring for 5 hours?
Yes, you did. That is very accurate. It looks like we're joined with one of our semi-finalists here, Truthiness, who will be playing later today, I believe, at 7 p.m.?
Yep, 7 Eastern. So, in case you didn't know, the best way to summon me is mention that 5-hour match that and JJ and I were slamming our heads against the wall. My seance, tends to help too. I'm half ethereal, but just mention that game and just bright burning rage just pops in my head. Are we talking about something in particular, or I just stumbled in? I don't know. I just heard something out of the ether and decided to join.
Yeah, you just stumbled in. We're basically talking about how we're broadcasting this. That there's 21 people currently watching on 21 people currently watching on Twitch. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
viewers?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people watching in Vassal. So, a pretty good crowd going here.
Yeah, we're talking about. Is there a game being played or something I don't know about?
I just knocked out all of the. Whoops!
All right, so
Hold on.
Demo's making its move now.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's going to be his one and only move. Oh my goodness!
I know. Yeah, it got pounced on pretty hard here.
Yeah, a little bit. So we got Merrick, and I'm guessing Moralo did his Moralo things that made it ouchie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Morello didn't do. I think Morello did a net 3 damage in all of his shenanigans.
I think it was two attacks with hit crit, and then or 1 attack with hit crit, 2 attacks with the accuracy.
Hey!
Oh, that's the big.
Ooh, Yahtzee.
Less spicy with the.
Yeah, they made. Yeah, so it looks like Matt's going to aggressively reroll and doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't had the reroll yet.
No, I know.
The ordnance experts.
Yeah, exhausted evade.
Yeah. So then here comes the defensive rerolls.
Yeah, I doubt this thing should be able to get punched through in one pass. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to take away Matt's secrets, but what I'm watching, yeah, he's got the Arctans on the wrong side.
Your prediction. Woohoo! You're really getting this.
You're really getting this.
That's a unlucky crit.
Yeah, not particularly useful, that one.
No. Point defense failure is when while attacking a squadron. Before you roll your attack, pull or remove 1 die of your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's not going to go with that.
Does he have the token? No, he does. I think he forgot his. Oh. That is sportsmanship, allowing him to spend that repair command.
That's one thing I really appreciate about the community is.
It's a complex game.
Yeah.
It's a really complex game. If you're playing gotcha moments, it's and
there we go.
No surprise there.
All right, 1 hull left on the Centaur there.
I don't know how he's going to get it though, man.
Yeah.
I'd be very so. I'm assuming all the squads have activated this turn, right?
Maybe the Gazanti coming in with the finishing shot.
Do it. That would be beautiful.
Hero mode.
Hero Gazanti.
Ready to create an amazing story? Choose a book for one of these real-life fighting heroes.
Yeah, man. So yeah, this is generally. I've played Matt in this fleet enough times to know that is generally where you want to attack his fleet. Is you go right at demo, go on to the flank that he's got demo, and let that Architans just sit over there on the flank, because then you're only fighting 2 ships. It's hard to bring that Architens into the fight like that. That kind of stinks where that thing is right now.
Yeah, it was interesting. He doesn't turn it in at all. So we were thinking maybe he's going after the flagship or the Gazanti that's heading towards that side.
Yeah.
The caveat
But-
being that the Architon can't really reliably
Pin it.
solo the flagship.
A raider.
Or even really a Gazanti. You're fishing for accuracies at that point.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing here, but I'm sure he'll come along. Because we're just only on round 2.
Xavier decided to be brave. Go Xavier!
Go Xavier.
This turn.
What are we listening
Yes,
to in the
sorry.
background?
You are listening to my son playing Xavier Riddle. You are welcome. It's educational.
It is educational. I'm going to take a quick moment to grab some caffeine. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting caught up.
I give to you a topic.
You.
Something happened that was very...
What?
Gazanti
Wait, was that the
carrier
topic?
cruisers are neither carrier nor cruisers.
Okay.
Discuss.
So yeah, I'm just catching up on the game state. So let's see, we're just 2 activations in. Demo's gone, and we're
GP has
15.
first player.
Yeah, no surprise there. So yeah, I will be amazed if that Demolisher survives this turn, which I don't think Matt expects it to. But it is going to force Veers into dealing with that demo. If he doesn't kill it this turn, then Arctons is good as gone. You can't have Demo have another run on any of his ships. It's just he's not going to survive that. And then he's got to turn his attention to a very, very big. He's calling it Manticore. Okay.
Yeah, Chimera.
Yeah, Chimera that's going to take a while to take down.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
The one thing that I've noticed, I kind of want to do the math on this, is
Oh, interesting. He turned that Raider in. Is he going for the table? That's bold.
I think he's trying to avoid getting caught up or like pinched between the Kuat and the side of the edge of the board. So he's basically like,
So
I can solo this. I can solo this.
Or at the very least get away.
Architon is what he's saying. Yeah.
Yep, and here comes some more squadrons. Saber. Yep. Yeah, at least he's still got the rewrite. And crit and reroll to a hit.
Yeah, Sloan has not done anything this game. Not that she really needs to with all these squads, but she's
Well,
not.
I mean, that is a Sloan ability.
she
right
literally
there.
just did something.
True, yeah. Yep, one thing.
You think of the accuracies, but what you're also taking her for damage.
We also saw her re-roll a Merrick generated crit back into a hit.
Yep, it was a hit. Merrick changed it to a hit crit. Sloan re-rolled the crit into a hit.
Oh yeah, it happens all the time. You just fish for the accuracy to try and spend the defense token. Makes perfect sense. No reason not to do that a lot of times. So Demo's on 2 hull. Why didn't he spend that redirect? He's not gonna. Okay.
Because he's got it. He's got it for the. He's got it for the Centaur double arc.
Oh yeah, I suppose he does.
Mary Shelley used her imagination to
Yeah,
express totally different from everybody else's. Story
I'm just afraid another Sloan squad's going to come around and just rip it right off.
Well, that is a problem for later.
That is a future Gilead problem.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm our real Veers. I just use the Quasar to finish off the demo and leave the Arcton to hit the ISD as it moves into range. So,
Yeah, I think that's depends. Like your more dependable damage is going to come from your squads, but yeah, I feel like that Senegor shot is kind of wasted against demo. Deal with use the Quasar, you hit the exposed side, and then just force Senegor forward, not Senegor, Chimera forward, and take the shots. I mean, you gotta start whittling it away.
yep. Speed 3 Arcton might overlap this. Brief healed up.
Honestly,
yeah,
think it
it
might be
hasn't
worth it.
I know, it's almost like where you want to be.
Get all up ins, my
I mean,
friend.
what else is
all
gonna?
up-ins.
Yeah, that's for safety though.
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that's gonna threaten that Architins. I mean, this raider is not gonna fight; it's gonna run. It's trying to find that gap in between the lines so he doesn't have to risk a tabling.
Yeah. And
Okay, he is going to go
Manticore.
somewhere.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sloan-
Manticore, by the way, is Persian mythology for a chimera.
Sloan is, in fact, on the Raider for Trumpet's question. Oh, Brian Blessed is in the chat.
Yeah, I don't. I'm with you, Doctor. I feel like this is a wasted activation for Senecor right here. Because I'm going to toss the brace right here and the redirect. Who gives a crap about anything else now? Obviously, we'll see what Matt does here.
Yeah. Because if in the Arcton can't even ram to finish it off because they would both go down. Oh. Brace redirect, one hull.
I mean, might as well use that evade, I think. Yeah,
Oh.
just see what it does. Yeah, still takes a crit if he goes to the hole. I mean, he's got no choice. He's gonna you discard everything and just
Eat
yep,
it.
that's absolutely the right call.
The outside
Stay
range.
alive. Stay alive. What is our crit?
Life support failure. Life support failure. Discard all of your command tokens. You cannot have any command tokens.
Meh.
I mean, you just gotta sneeze on this thing at this point, so I don't think that's too much of a worry.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it had any command tokens after it spent that repair. Speed 3 to escape.
Vroom vroom.
And try to outrun that Gazanti.
The advantage of player one. He will not I don't think he'll be able to outrun a long-range shot from Chimera, but I also don't think that a long-range shot from Chimera will be able to hit not shields. His Chimera is going to jump all up ends.
He's not even bothering to shoot that Gazanti. I think he had it barely in range.
Mm-hmm. 2 red dice.
What he has, like,
2 red dice is
2?
not going to do damage.
But
It's one, dude. It's a cool.
Oh, it's just one. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
just one.
yeah.
I wouldn't bother either. It's his last activation. Just no point.
Yeah. I was thinking with 2 in the targeting beacon, kind of decent chance at an accuracy, but no, it's only the 1.
Yeah. All right then.
Going in. Chasing that Architon, it looks like.
I don't think I'd even shoot it. I wonder if he can manage a ram here. See if he can take the. Well, no need to take damage. You don't need to, but he does get the first activation. He can maybe get that Centaur at long. I mean, you might as well take the shots. Well, no. You got 2 redirects and innovate. No, he can't get that thing.
You could probably. You might be able to ram that Centaur.
Yeah, I was thinking just try and ram it.
Yeah, ramming the Centaur would also get you in a pretty good spot to hunt
deal with the
down that
Quasar.
Squall. Yeah.
Well, Squall still has to move.
Yep. Morale is gonna probably finish off this.
And you know where
Ammo
Squall's
here
not
before.
going to wind up? Right where that Architons is. But then again, I think we knew Squall was going to hug the outside of the map.
Yeah. The Kuat does have damage control officer on it, which I think he's kind of kicking himself maybe for not bringing expert shield tech.
Yeah, we've actually had chats about that. He made some choices with his upgrades. He was entirely too fearful of Blue Beam Onager, which didn't even show up in the tournament. Expert Shield Techs.
Yeah.
Expert Shield Techs is the obvious one right there. I don't think there was really any other choice that I'd take back. I mean, personally, I don't like taking those filler Gazantis anymore, but I mean, that's me. If you have squads, then I can see it. But I mean, if you got all combat ships here, I feel like he's better suited to a raider than 2 Gazantis. But
Yeah.
whatever.
I think he likes to have the Chimera funded, though. But yeah, maybe upgrading one of his ships with merging one of the Gazantis.
No, I think he's gonna try and finish off Demo with the Quasar. I think.
Oh, does he have shooter?
Yeah, he's shooting the SD right now. This is a choice.
Yeah.
Is he not remembering that the Lambdas actually can shoot things?
Wait, you telling me Lambdas can shoot?
They have a
I thought they were.
they have a blue anti-ship guy.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
And he's got Sloan, so
I think he's squalling right now.
Yeah,
actually.
this is Squall. This is still Morello's special time. Yep, now the Lambdas are going in.
All right, this was fun to hop on. I'm gonna hop back up, guys. Enjoy.
All right, yeah, I'll catch you tonight.
Yeah.
Morello putting in 1 damage each.
Yep, just consistent. 2 blue dice averages out to 1 damage.
50% of the time, every time.
Oh, our first accuracy.
What are we gonna see? Are we gonna see that strip the? Yep, strips
Yep.
strips the
Goodbye.
red evade.
Goodbye, redirect.
There we
They
go.
move out, prepping for the next shenanigan turn.
Mhm. Another Moralo damage.
Morale getting those accuracies has just probably been really annoying for GP,
Mm-hmm.
since he can't even redirect the damage. Instead of this Phantom can't get anything.
Poor Ginkgo just does not want to hit anything. Here comes Merrick. Fishes and gets that accuracy
Yep.
onto the
Locks
brace.
down the redirect.
Nope. Oh, the redirect. Okay.
Yep. So that way he can't move the damage to a shield. Because Sloan also, when you spend it, also locks down the tokens, as clarified in the FAQ.
And do it again.
Once more. Alright. Now, do you brace? Do you burn that redirect?
I think you brace
I mean,
it,
he's got
and he does.
Yeah, brace and contain, yeah. He's got the contain still. So used to seeing Nita ISDs on the other side of the table.
And here we go, double arced.
Well, I
And
think that
that's
should
good
be
enough.
sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why Real Veers is in the Final Four, and I'm not me. He knew he could get it with the without the squadrons.
Mm-hmm.
So 91 points in favor.
And he had nothing else to do with that guy.
Yep.
And it runs for the hills. So the question is, how much longer can the Manticore last? Final shot for posterity. One more damage. And we're at 8 hull on Centaur.
Round 3.
I don't know how much engineering Centaur has dialed in here, but hopefully some, because he's starting to take a bit of a beating.
Yeah.
Intensifying. And do we see Centaur immediate activation? I think we have to, right? Right.
Oh, Hondo was discarded.
Mm-hmm.
GP is getting a concentrate fire command token, it looks like. And a repair token on one of his on his Architon, which gives Squall a Squadron and the Centaur a Navigate.
Mm-hmm. Interesting combination there.
Yes, Thrawn is GP's Admiral.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine we're going to see Thrawn reveal a dial.
Confire.
Confire.
Last turn was Confire as well.
Mm-hmm. And we've got some shots.
Oof. There you go. Fortunately, 2 evades on Captain Nita's Architon here.
Turns it to 2 damage and splashes it harmlessly on the far shields.
Yup.
Is he discarding to do 2 dice or no?
Looks like he took it on the left.
Mm-hmm. Took it all to the left.
Yeah. GP does a repair. Side shot. 1 damage. Minimal damage on the Quasar there.
Mm-hmm.
Going for the ram?
And I think we can have that ram.
Yes.
Stumbling and bumbling in.
Stumbling and bumbling. We need a Chris Berman of Armada. So that is...
That'll be 66 points for the Centaur. Veers is still up. The GP narrows the race. So now the question is, can he keep Centaur alive for 1 more turn? Or not 1 more turn. He's got to keep it alive for 2 more turns to splash Squall and make it out of there in 1 piece.
Be hard to do while avoiding the squadrons with the edge of the board coming up too.
Mm-hmm.
Because those squadrons are just going to keep kiting back.
Although he can no longer relay through Centaur, so that means that he's got to make some squadron maneuvers in order to get the Gazantes back into the fight.
Yeah. Quasar does have boosted comms though, so it's mainly the Gazantes that. Looks like that's what he's doing here with these lambdas. That is really close. Morello just keeps getting these accuracies. I don't think he's hit a single 2 damage shot.
And whiffs completely on that one.
But GP's thinking, finally. The odds aren't that low.
Merrick hits the redirect, and Veers spends the contain.
Lambda with an accuracy.
Goodbye redirect.
I guess Expert Shield Tech might not have been as useful after all.
It would have saved him a decent amount of damage.
Yeah.
Another 1 damage Morello. That does not feel good for GP right now. I'll tell you that.
Nope. Right after that redirect got stripped too. Can't even move it.
Now you don't even have to worry about the other 2 defense tokens. You can just pour on the damage.
Yeah.
And you gotta hope that if you're GP, you gotta hope that you have some engineering's dialed in.
Jeez. Even the lambdas are getting in on the fun. Morello one more time.
And we've still got 2 more squadrons to activate.
Oh, there it is. Once more.
I'm going to go ahead and say that Morello doesn't feel inherently broken in this matchup. Like, he's adding complexity to it, but I don't feel like he's doing anything that a Sloan-centric squadron ball wouldn't already be doing to GP here.
Yeah, it's pretty much just capping off, or just adding a few extra blue dice, really.
Gink!
Oh, jeez,
Gink! What the heck, Gink?
Ooh, jeez, he can't hit the broadside of this ISD here. Come on.
I think, Gink has so far done, whiffed on all 3 shots that he's taken?
I think he did 1 damage.
1 damage on 4. 1 damage on 4
1
shots.
damage out of 4. And I think that the damage even got mitigated with Brunson, if I recall. So
far all Ginkapo has done is made Brunson get used.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
think he only has plastic in blue range. Zoom. No, that is just a wee bit of black cardboard there. That is a blue range shot. But with the brace available, contain available, it should survive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's most likely
But at
negligible.
what cost?
Yeah, that's it won't make it through.
Mm-hmm.
Believe the Squall is gonna get out alive. Yeah, raise, discard the contain. 1 to hull.
Feels bad, man. Feels real bad.
Yeah. You gotta hope for double accuracy, and even then, targeting beacons is in play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not really. I have to agree with Tiger here. I don't really think Chimera, even if it survives this round, I don't think it's quite got the punch
can't finish off Squall.
punch to get Squall. And
If it was
there's
a Simon,
really
maybe.
there's really nothing over there that can finish the job with that Architans all the way on the left-hand side of the map.
Yeah.
I don't really see a way for GP to come back from this.
I know someone in the chat earlier thought that GP would try to use that Arcton as a trailing ship.
Mm-hmm.
I think if that was the case, we'd still be in for a close match, that Arcton trying to shoot through those squadrons essentially and get in and finish off the Squall, but at this point, not sure what GP can really do.
He can't catch it with the Architans, that's for sure. Not in 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Not sure what we're waiting on right now. Do you think they may be discussing calling it here?
Potentially. I could see them doing that. It's not a great spot here because, as Tiger pointed out, best the Kuat can do is get 3 shields back, and then even then it would just Morale would just focus one of the 2 shielded hulls.
Well, actually, oh no, he's just. I think you can almost guarantee Centaur doesn't make it because he's braced, he's contained, he needs to take 1 more damage officially. That brings him to 2 hull. We've got an activation of Jendon onto Merrick Steel. That's going to be a almost guaranteed 2 damage that can be braced to 1. And then we've got...
If it doesn't get burned.
And then we've got still Saber and Morello. to
Yeah.
to do their things. And so that's
Sabers rolling first, most likely.
75% chance to get a hit with Saber. No, not 75. 62% chance to get a hit with Saber between the Sloan reroll and 75% chance to get at least a hit with Morello. That adds up pretty quick.
Yeah. Real Veers said that taking a short break.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know if they need to take the break here. I think it's all over but the screaming.
yeah, maybe GP loaded up on too much coffee or something and make a pit stop.
I'm trying to see where else GP can even reasonably expect to collect points. I mean, he certainly doesn't get the table at this point.
Yeah. Maybe use the the Gazanti to lock the Raider in for a turn. Because he does have TRCs on those on that Architon, so it's guaranteed some good damage.
I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah.
Stick a fork in him.
Doing a small jaunt there to the side.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the Manticore took a damage on that one.
Manticore took a...
He took a damage back up with the Mauler Mythal shot, but I don't think he took a damage
from the Quasar. Oh.
I also don't think it matters. But
navigate command on the right side Gazanti, I believe. And
look at how optimistic he is.
Use the Gazanti to keep the Quasar pinned in, maybe. Force it off the board. I don't know. I don't know what you can do here.
So we get a relay to... Yep, relay to Saber.
Front shot accuracy melts the brace. Goodbye. Mauler can party now, or American party now. Yep, crit. Structural. 2-1.
come on, you don't have to worry about getting into blue range of that guy. Come on. Come on. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's all over but the screaming.
Yeah. I feel like if the Raider or the demo didn't engine tech that turn, it might have been able to stay up for one more. Turn one, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to block in that Kazanti, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And the Raider as well.
Force the Raider to turn inward and get arced.
Yeah. I mean, speed 2, the Raider can just do a right turn. So. Boldar's doesn't have any squadrons to command. Centaur is down. But does ping the Kazanti. Who scatters it away. I'm really intrigued by that move. Went up to speed 3. But now he kind of boxed his Raider in here. From turning away from the Arcton. So now he has to turn in, otherwise he'll overlap his own Kazanti.
Maybe that's what he wants to do. Stay at long range.
Yeah. But
stay at long range while
I
keeping
think
your speed.
I think he did obstruct himself. GP's not even taking the shot, yeah. Yeah. So the Arcton here has a repair and a Confire token now.
Here's a thought. What if that Hondo token didn't go to a Confire? What if that Hondo token went like Squadron to Artemis and repair to the Manticore? Would that have been a better bet? You have a little bit more survivability on the Manticore. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't do anything, but
you take away that Squadron token from Squall, most importantly.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Raider has its own Hondo, so if Squall really wanted that Squadron token, he could get it. Oof. Okay.
That doesn't really matter.
No. The double ack, though. That was a
Mm-hmm.
little unfortunate, but he had the reroll from targeting beacons. Oh, yep, speed 3 squeeze out.
Mm-hmm. Gonna make his escape without too much trouble. Back to the days of Raider lifeboats. What a world we're living in.
Yeah, perfectly within that front arc.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't line that up better if you tried.
No.
Oh.
Oh. Classic vassal bump.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for the undo button. Starting with the Arcton just you're testing line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Hull zones.
And Morello whiffs. So we will have one more round of Chimera.
Yeah, that's the risk of
Which-
the rogue squadron with Sloan.
Which will most likely not be enough.
No.
Even with a strong engineering
Who
reveal
knows?
here.
Maybe real Veers will just roll non-stop accuracies. I think that's the only way Chimera survives.
Mm-hmm. Accuracies and nothing but. There's no way to get Squall. Let's see. Assuming dial and token, which you can get by dialing in a engineering and thrawning an engineering. You can get 6. 6 lets you.
Well, if he swaps
Mhm.
Chimera to that
Mm-hmm.
shield, I don't even know what the shield one's called.
Yeah.
And I never take it.
So we can get 1 for that.
4 shields back.
Yeah. 4 shields back, or you could move a shield from the front, 1 shield back, 1 hull back, and 1 more shield. So you'd have 3 shields front, 2 on each side, and 2 on the rear, and 2 hull. I don't think you live with that, but
It's like he discarded Intensify Firepower
okay.
instead of funding it. So let's see. Thrawn flipped a Confire once more.
Mm-hmm. Chimera flips a.
Not sure what the dial was.
Mm-hmm. If it's not engineering.
Most likely a Confire, if he hasn't thrown the shields on.
Maybe a navigate.
Only
He probably
maybe
dialed in.
navigate.
He probably dialed in nothing but navigates.
Yeah.
That is the Thrawn way.
I like putting navs on Thrawn because those can't get slicered. rather do the nav than throw the extra die, usually. But I'm a noob.
And we've got the navigate command. Yep. Here we go. 4 red dice.
Did get the crit, or the accuracy there.
Not quite enough.
Yeah, I spent the token, that makes sense.
Paint
3
isn't even
damage.
scratched.
Yep.
There's a navigate command of someone who's given up.
Yep. Just
Scratch the paint. Scratch the paint at least.
And the Manticore goes down. 187 points. Crashed into Quasar. $253.
278.
278.
91 plus 187.
Oh, I did added a GP score. That's what I did.
Ah.
278.
Did we roll the right dice out of the front there, buddy?
No, this is the Raider activating here.
Ah. That makes more sense.
That's a double arc. Not only did he park it in the front, he secured a double arc.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oof.
Oof. Is that a table?
No, he can still redirect and
Oh yeah, I still
survive
got this side.
on 2 or 1 hull.
Yeah.
And then the Raider can ram him. If he... no, he doesn't have a navigate.
Yeah.
Or enough of a navigate.
Inside
think.
turn, maybe? No.
A
Skedaddle.
strong inside turn could do it, but yeah. No need. He's proved his point.
Yep.
I mean, I think we can just call it here. Even if they're not calling it here, I think we can.
Green Knight says he could have rammed
Yeah.
with so.
Yeah, I think a 2 in and a 2 out would have shuffled him over enough to get the ram. But yeah, congratulations, RV. I feel confident in moving him
To the championship.
to the championship.
Yeah, it was he's already beaten Angry Ewok, and he's proven success against Kraken. So I'm inclined to tilt my hat in his favor in that game. Oh, we're undoing some things here. He's maybe seeing if he can kill the Architon. Because if he doesn't move, I don't think the Architon can really get around it, and then it would ram it a second time, finishing it off when it activates. Not exactly sure what's going on. Oh, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like they called it here. GG. I applaud GP's efforts to get in. I think though, Real Veers kind of figured out what he needs to do to keep that skull alive. Yeah, he's testing out that. He's testing out that. Gosh darn, black dice. I think he feels cursed. 400 to 66. That's the final reported here.
And it has been reported, and it has been moved forward on the official thing here. Let me see if I can bring the scoreboard up.
Yeah. GP trying to see how many hit crits he can get. Because he only had one on that demo shot in game.
Mm-hmm.
Even with an aggressive reroll.
Alright, here we go. Boink. There we go. You can see now. Real Veers moving on to the finals. Truthiness versus Angry Ewok. We can expect to see that at 7 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Tune in. I'm going to do my best to stream it as well.
Yep, I'll be here, so excited to
Alright.
see that one play out. For a Rebel versus Imperial final.
Guaranteed Rebel versus Imperial final. How cool is that? A little bit disappointed that we don't get a Imperial or a Rebel or Imperial versus Separatist final, but
Yeah, that would have been fun.
that would have been a good time. Sadly,
Unless they're up against Roll.
only sixth place for our Dooku friend.
Well, Roll doesn't make the opponent have a good time.
No, he does not.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
it looks like if Real Veers had gone first, he would have picked Planetary Ion Cannon. I think that's what they're discussing at this point. Just melt through those tokens faster. Oh, I guess no, it would only be opposite way. So yeah, well, I'll see you tonight, Biggs. Hopefully.
See you at 7.
All right.